If it hasn't happened yet, there will be a day when you enter a situation and you have no idea what to say, and people will be looking to you for support and hope. Oftentimes, it's when others are facing tragedy. You feel helpless, words are worthless, and there's nothing that you can change or do to fix what has happened. So, what do you say? My name is Laura Howe, founder of Hope Made Strong, equipping you and your ministry team as you support and care for others in your community. When you're supporting someone through a tragic and difficult situation, there can be a lot of pressure to say just the right thing. But often in those times, there's nothing that you could do or say that would take away the pain, the hurt, and the tragedy. So what do you say? You don't need a degree to support those who are suffering. You just need to be kind and focus on the other person, because supporting others is about their needs, not satisfying your need to be helpful. So here are 5 things that you can say when you just don't know what to say. The first thing that you can do is to validate their experience. Validating someone's pain, struggle, or discomfort communicates to that person that I hear you, I see you. Some feel that to support someone, it means to point out how they can improve or fix their problem. That's not supportive, that's problem solving. And others believe that they need to fully understand the issue before they're able to help people. They ask a lot of questions trying to understand for themselves. That's not supportive, that's focusing on your need to understand. You can simply say, "Oh my goodness, it sounds like you're going through a lot. That must be really difficult." You're showing empathy first, not trying to fix or figure out what happened. The second way is acknowledging the person's strengths. Oftentimes in tragedy, people try to reason. You hear things like, "If only I did this differently." The common phrase, "hindsight is 20/20, is very true. People start judging their actions based on their new understanding, not their knowledge at the time. By acknowledging the person's strengths, you are offering a different narrative of their circumstances. You bring hope and encourage them to see beyond their current struggle. You can say something like, "You're a really caring person and you've been working hard to keep going." The third thing that you can do is offer support that doesn't require the person to initiate and that doesn't burden yourself. When we're supporting others, there's often 1 or 2 conversations going on in your mind. You're either thinking, "I want to help and do everything for this person," or you're saying, "I already have so much on my plate, but I should be doing something more." Fixing or doing for the person is often not helpful, and in the end, supporting out of guilt is burdening yourself and often a sign of compassion fatigue. So we often say things like, "Call me if you need anything, really, anything, I'm there for you." But honestly, telling the person, "Call me if you need anything," is often considered an empty offer and will likely never be acted upon. It's putting the responsibility of reaching out onto the person who is struggling. And overwhelmed people tend to isolate and not want to be a burden to others. As a supporter, offer what you feel you're able to do and ask for permission, and don't wait for them to ask you. You could say, "Hey, I have a busy afternoon, but could I check in with you later this evening?" And if they say no, we need to respect their answer. The fourth way is to be silent. Silent support is highly undervalued. When someone is facing tragedy or loss, they are often overwhelmed. Mentally, they're trying to process the immense amount of information. They're emotionally flooded, and it can be very difficult to wade through everything that they're experiencing. So adding to the noise may not be helpful. Being present but silent can be very uncomfortable for you, but it may be very soothing for the other person. It gives them room to process and possibly talk and express uninterrupted. Stay silent long enough and you'll be surprised at what is said by others. When you don't know what to say, it's okay and possibly best to say nothing at all. And the fifth thing that you can say when you just don't know what to say is to offer encouragement. Acknowledging people's strengths as encouragement is often rejected by those who are struggling. It can be so difficult to speak through the negativity that is happening in their mind. But once you do, there is often hope and breakthrough. Encouragement is all about the person who is struggling. It's not stories of your experience or someone you once knew. It focuses on them, their gifts, strengths, and what God has in store for them. During tragic times when you don't know what to say, we quickly revert to something that is familiar, our own stories and our own desire to fix the situation. Silence becomes awkward for us, and sometimes we find ourselves babbling on and on. This is meeting our own needs in that moment. Keep the focus on the other person's needs by ensuring that the person feels heard and validated and built up, and ask permission to meet those practical needs and offer hope. Thanks for connecting. Take care.